Our target is to conduct reforms, and reforms would eventually attract the right type of investors, whether they are overseas investors or domestic investors. But the ultimate point is to do the right thing and do reforms pertinent to the market, introduce new trading mechanisms. The figure that you alluded to is basically the daily trading value for non-Egyptians in the stock market. Having said that, when you look at the IPOs and the foreign participation or non-Egyptian participation in these IPOs, it is actually quite higher than the 35%. It hovers between 50 and 60% for all IPOs that we have been seeing since 2016. Yes, exactly. So every single IPO you get to see around 50% or 55% of the demand coming from non-Egyptian institutions and investors, and hence the participation is quite high in this area. Our target is to do reforms. Investors would follow in this area.
When you talk about reforms, you mean things like tightening up on corporate governance standards, that sort of thing?
We are looking at things from a value chain perspective. So basically we have the supply side, that among which is the area that you mentioned, which is tightening corporate governance, improving disclosures by companies, improving the investor relations functions within listed companies. So we have an extensive training program for listed companies to alleviate or extend the level and quality of investor relations functions within these companies. In addition to improving disclosures, asking them for bilingual disclosures. This was one of the demands. When you look at the entire value chain, you have a demand side. When some of the requests from funds and investors that it would be beneficial to see bilingual disclosures at the company level. So we increased from something like 20 companies of the listed ones that are doing bilingual disclosures. We came up now to around 55.
So on the London market recently, we've had quite a few high-profile IPOs where there's been a scrappy aftermarket. The shares have fallen very sharply